senior year already, so we just kind of want to talk to you about some things that you need to know for this year. Obviously, some things still look kind of different in talking about college and kind of post-secondary plans, so we're just going to kind of talk about that today, and I will answer any questions that you may have. Just a reminder of who is in the counseling office. So we have 4 counselors. Myself, I'm Mrs. Seavey. We have Mrs. Peters. We have Mrs. Wilson and Miss McGill as well. And we have Miss Schaefer. She is our crisis counselor. She started with us last year in January, and so we didn't, at the end of January, so we didn't get to really get to know her very well before we were all sent home. So she is back with us this year, and she's awesome. And then we also have Mrs. Lushy. She is our financial aid secretary, and she is someone that you're going to get to know really well this year in regards to scholarships. She's the one that puts together all of our scholarship information. She sends out your transcript. She is the one that's going to help you at the end of the year to make sure that your final transcripts get to where they need to go. So she's definitely someone that you will want to communicate with this school year. We also have Mrs. Wood. She's our registrar who kind of sits in the middle of our office. And then we have Mrs. Barrick, who is our secretary. So when you walk in, she's the first person you see right there. Okay, so what do we need to be doing now our senior year? A lot of people are asking this question, and so we want to sign up and we want to take college admission tests. What I mean by that are the ACT, SAT, and we have gotten many questions about the ACT, so we're going to talk about that here in a minute. If you are looking to head to college, you're going to want to start narrowing down a list of schools that you want to apply to, okay? Sometimes colleges have an application fee of maybe anywhere from $25 to $50 to fill out their applications. Some colleges have free applications, but you want to start narrowing down that list of who you are serious about and you want to apply, what schools you want to apply to, and then start completing those applications. All college applications can be found on their website. So that is something that you will want to go to. You click on admissions. Every college website will have an admissions tab. You click on admissions and it will have somewhere where there will be an apply button and you apply from there. A lot of schools are having you apply through what's called the Common App. And if a school says, if multiple schools that you are interested in say that you can apply through the Common App, that is probably a great thing to do. Their website is commonapp.org. And basically that is an application that you will fill out one time, and that goes to all of the schools. And so you're not filling it out multiple times for multiple schools. So that's something to keep in mind as well. If you are an athlete and you are wanting to play sports in college through the NCAA or NAIA, you need to really make sure that you have registered. You probably should have done that already, but it's not too late to do it either. So that'll be something that you will want to make sure that you take care of as well as soon as possible. Okay, deadlines are becoming very important your senior year. So college applications for next year have already opened and they are accepting applications. And so you, again, want to start applying to the schools that you are interested in. It's been a general rule of thumb where we have told people to try to aim to complete your college applications by Halloween. That's a little different this year because here we are, usually we're having this conversation at the very 1st of September. We started school much later than we normally do. So colleges may still have early deadlines. Some of them may have pushed them back a little bit. So you need to, again, check the website to see when those deadlines are happening. But you really want to make sure December 1st is generally a hard deadline for a lot of schools. So try to have applied by December 1st. Because if you can qualify for any of their automatic scholarships, you need to make sure that you meet the deadline by whatever their scholarship deadline is, and usually that's the beginning of December, okay? The exception to the rule here is community college. Let's say you already know that you're going to go to St. Charles Community College. They will accept anyone who has a high school diploma. So it is not as important that you are registering with St. Charles Community this semester. That can even be done next semester if you want. So those are just kind of some things to keep in mind. Make sure you're checking the deadlines on the websites. Okay, ACT. How many of you have actually taken an ACT test already? Okay, good. Well, there's quite a few of you. So a lot of times, juniors wait and they kind of rely on that April test that we usually take junior year. Well, that didn't happen last year. So some of you don't have an ACT test at all. Some of you took an ACT test, but you're not too thrilled with your score and would like to take it again. That is completely understandable, but I also want you to not freak out about that because you are in the same boat as all seniors across the United States. Colleges are aware of that. So for that reason, many of them have gone to test optional or what they call test flexible for next year. That means they are no longer going to look at your ACT score to admit you into college. They are going to look at your GPA, and they are also going to look at the activities that you have been involved in and the things that you have done during your time in high school. Now, do you have an ACT score that you're very proud of? And should you send it in? Absolutely. That does not mean to not take the ACT anymore. In fact, I encourage it if you can get into a testing location. We are hoping that by December, Fort Zumwalt will start allowing us to take the ACT test again, but we did not offer it in September, and we are not offering it in October. However, those tests are still happening. So if you are interested in taking the October test, the deadline for that, or actually I think there's 3 October test dates now because they've added a lot of test dates. So the deadline for signing up for all October testing, ACT test, is September 25th. So a couple weeks from now. You would go to act.org, you'd go to their website, and you just click on, that you want to sign up to take a test. You're going to put in this zip code, and it will tell you which buildings are allowing the ACT test. I know, for example, Christian High across the street has been offering the ACT test. However, spots are limited because most sites that are allowing students to test are not allowing as many students as they used to. So, because of social distancing. So you would want to get on that right away. You don't have to test here. You can test anywhere in St. Charles or St. Louis if you feel like driving that far. So anyway, if you don't get to take the ACT, please know that there's options. But again, if you have the chance, I would encourage it. Again, the schools, I attended a workshop for schools in Missouri, and I think almost every school in Missouri said that they were going test optional for next year. So the college search, if you're saying to yourself, well, I know I want to go to school, but I don't know where, I have no idea. Now's the time to start looking at some of these things and thinking about it a little bit. Where do you want to go to school? Do you want to go far away? Do you want to stay here in St. Charles County? Do you want to live at home? Do you want to go away? Do you want a really big school, small school? Think about those kinds of things. Start researching these schools. Last year we told all of you about the SCOIR account that you had, SCOIR. If you go there, there's many, many options for you of colleges to research. But you can it's also as easy as going onto Google and searching colleges in Missouri, if you're interested in staying in Missouri, and start doing some research. We will have college reps this semester coming to school. Well, I don't want to say coming to school. presenting virtually. Some of them may come in the building. We're kind of going back and forth on that right now because we have to find, obviously, room to social distance for that. But no matter what, the college reps that are signing up to be here, we can do that virtually and they can still answer all of your questions as if they were here. College fairs this fall are not taking place in person, but they are taking place virtually. And I sent out, when I sent the senior email out not too long ago, I sent out a link for a major Missouri college fair that's taking place virtually. It started last week, but it's going through October. So that's something that you want to sign up for if you have not done so already. College campuses are starting to open their doors a little bit and allow students to come in and tour the campus. If that is something, let's say you want to go to Mizzou and they're going to allow you the opportunity to come tour the campus, I highly suggest that you do that sometime. I really feel like being on the campus and walking the grounds is one of the best things that you can do to get a feel for if this is the right school for you or not. However, if they are not allowing in-campus visits yet, they are still allowing virtual visits. So you can sign up through their admissions, and some of these virtual visits that they're coming up with are pretty good lately. They're really giving you a sense of what it's like to be on their campus. But again, nothing replaces actually being there and walking the grounds yourself. So take advantage of that if you can. Okay, so the upcoming college fairs. Again, there is a Show Me My Future, and it's a Missouri virtual college fair. And so this is the link. And again, I will send this out to all of you. This presentation I will send out to all of your homes. And I am also going to show you where this is at on our website. But you can simply go to this link there, and you can sign up. There's different schedules for different schools. And so they have over 800 presentations that are going to be taking place September 13th through October 8th. So you're still not too late to jump on it. They just started Sunday. And so you can sign up for different schools. We'll have different times that you can log in. You can get information about the school, and it will also offer you the opportunity to talk face-to-face through, like a FaceTime situation with the college rep. There are there's some times, and there are other MOACAC. I say MOACAC, you guys are probably wondering what that is. That's the Missouri Admissions of College Counseling. They're having different fairs. So again, check our website, and I will be putting the links to those virtual fairs up as soon as I can. Okay, again, I kind of already talked about this, but remember, colleges, you apply online. Go to their website or go to the Common App if they are having their applications ran through the Common App. If you are a student on a free and reduced lunch, you can qualify for college admission fee waivers. So please come see me or Mrs. Peters, whoever your counselor may be, and we can give you some waivers to waive the fees for the application process, if that applies to you. Once you have submitted an application, you've applied to a school, now you need to send them your transcript. You are going to do that by contacting your counselor and requesting that the transcript be sent. And again, Mrs. Lushy takes care of that. And there's a few ways to request a transcript. One is through our website, which I will show you in a minute. There's a new button on our website. You simply click it, and it takes you to a Google form, and you fill out a transcript request. That's the easiest way. That goes straight to Mrs. Lushy, and she takes care of it. The other way is to come down to our counseling office and pick up we have an actual paper form that you can fill out and give to Mrs. Lushy. Or you can email myself and say, hey, I applied to Mizzou, I applied to SEMO, can you please send my transcript? And I'll make sure that happens, okay? So there's multiple ways to get your transcript sent. Scholarship opportunities. There is money out there. You just have to apply, okay? This is something that was never told to me in high school, and so I didn't apply for scholarships, I didn't do anything. And so it took me forever to pay off my school loans. and I would have qualified for some scholarships, but I didn't know where to find them. I didn't know anything about them. It was never talked about. So I'm here to tell you, there's money out there, but it is time consuming sometimes to sit and have to fill out the applications. But I promise you, it's worth every last minute that you spend to apply for scholarships, okay? And I'm gonna show you again on our website where you can find the scholarships. A+ program. So a lot of you have asked as well, I'm behind on my hours, I wasn't in school last spring, I need to get my 50 hours of community service in. So if you are in that situation, you need to go to the main office. You need to see Mr. Spiegel or his secretary, Mrs. Burkemper. Mr. Spiegel is the A+ coordinator and Mrs. Burkemper is the secretary. They are the ones that handle all of the A+ tutoring opportunities. And so they can tell you where those opportunities are and help you get signed up. So that is something that you will want to do. I know the deadline for seniors to sign up was September 9th. So if you have not signed up for that, it is too late. I know they made a lot of announcements about that at the beginning of the school year, but please remember, if you are a part of the A+ program, you need to graduate with a 2.5 GPA, 95% attendance rate. You need to complete those 50 hours, and then you need to also score a certain score on your Algebra 1 EOC, which that is something that your counselor, and a lot of you are my students, when we're talking during your senior meeting, I can let you know. Okay, FAFSA, we're talking financial aid. If you are planning on going to school, your parents need to fill out the FAFSA form, and that form opens up, that application process opens up on October 1st. That will let them know how much money you qualify for in helping to get money to pay for college. If you are going to accept a scholarship from a school, you have to have a FAFSA form filled out. I am going to email you and all of your parents a financial aid presentation that will go out to them through email the last week of September, since it opens on October 1st. Normally we bring someone in here to speak to parents in a parent university presentation in the evening about financial aid, but this year we are doing that virtually. So the people who always have presented in the years past have given me a virtual presentation so that your parents will not miss out on any opportunities to hear the same information. College athletics, again, you need to make sure that you've signed up at NCAA or NAIA if you are planning on playing college ball or any kind of sport. Make sure that you've done that. Be in communication with myself or your counselor to say, hey, my interest is playing in a sport in college, so that we can make sure that you've met all the requirements to play ball. I keep saying play ball, play a sport. Military, if you are interested in the military, usually we have military, we have all branches of the military that come and do lunch visits and things of that nature. This, at least for first semester, is going to look a little different. We've asked them to come virtually. So if you are interested in the military, please let us know, because we can get you in contact with the recruiter so that we can, you guys can set up a time to talk. The test that the military requires all interested people to take is the ASVAB, and we are planning on offering that on November 9th. So if you are interested in the military and you have not taken the ASVAB test, you will need to do that on November 9th. And that is simply letting us know when we call you down for your senior meetings that you want to take the ASVAB test. Or you would come into the counseling office and just say that you want to sign up for that test. Okay, if you are looking to, if college is not your thing, military is not your thing, and you want to graduate and go straight into the workforce, we have some awesome opportunities that we know about, especially with the trades. The trades are hiring. And so if that is you and you are interested, again, please communicate this with your counselor so that we can help get you hooked up with the right people. I have individuals who call all the time from different organizations, labor unions. They're looking to hire people. So we can get you in contact with people if that is an interest to you. Building a resume. I just read an article from a college admissions publication that I follow that says the class of 2021 resumes are going to be more important now than they ever have been, due to the fact that a lot of you will be applying to college without a potential ACT score. So they want to see, what have you done in high school? What have you been a part of? Have you played sports? Have you done any volunteer work? What organizations were you a part of when you went to high school? So start brushing up your resume and putting that together, because that will be a great supplement for you to add to your college application. Okay, our website. Here's our website. Okay, here's all the faces you're going to see when you come into the counseling office. And if you go down here, right here, upcoming events, there's the link to the virtual college fair that I was telling you about. You can click right there and register. You can click that red button, and that will take you to our transcript request form. So if you want to have a transcript sent somewhere, go to our website, click the button on our homepage, and you're there. I forgot to tell you prior to, how do you get to our website? If you go to Fort Zumwalt North's page, our homepage for the high school, you will click at the top where it says departments, or offices, I think it says, and a drop down will come through and it will say counseling. And so you click on that and you'll be taken here. The other thing to keep watch of is this button right here, college and military visits. So currently we have Southeast SEMO coming on September 28th. They are actually going to come in the building. So if you want to sign up to talk to the rep from SEMO, you can come to the counseling office to sign up. Truman and SLU will also be here, and well, not here. They are going to present virtually. But again, we will still get you together in one room, and we will log on and talk to the college rep that way. So if you want to talk to any of these college reps, please sign up in the counseling office. And this list will grow, so continue to watch it as well. We also try to put these on announcements and post them in the hallway. Another thing I want you guys to take care of, or to check out on our website here, is sorry, it's hard to, here we go. Scholarship and financial aid page. So, scholarship opportunities, right here. This takes you to the page that lists all of the local scholarships. This is where you get the biggest bang for your buck, so to speak, when it comes to applying for scholarships. Sure, there's a lot of great national scholarship sites like FastWeb and Scally that are out there. Those are great websites, but those also include people from all over the United States applying for a certain scholarship. These scholarships that you will find on this page are all local. They're local businesses that are giving out money. And so this is updated daily. It currently has 12 pages to it. And so you can continue to keep checking. You'll notice that every scholarship has a description of the scholarship, and almost 98% of them have a link right there that for you to click and you apply on their website. If there's not a link, it will say, come pick up an application in the guidance office. And then you would simply come to the counseling office and we will get you the application. but it will also include the due date, the deadline, and a description. So again, 12 pages currently, and we're not even in October yet. So continue to check that out. You scroll down here, and here's some more financial aid. There's a financial aid presentation. That'll be a presentation that I email to you and your parents. But again, additional resources at the bottom for financial aid. So please check that out. Also on here, you can see we just have, this is a lot of the information that you'll find. There's the mental health page. And I know for a lot of you, some of you that I've talked to already, we're struggling a little bit. And I get that. We haven't been in school since March. It's your senior year, and this is not how you thought your senior year would start. This isn't what you visioned your senior year looking like. But I am so extremely proud of all of you for just going with the flow and doing what it takes to be here. You are greatly, greatly appreciated. And so I know sometimes we're struggling. And so if we're struggling, I want you to seek me out. I want you to seek out Ms. Schaefer, our crisis counselor. And here on our website are the mental health resources with a lot of great phone numbers and places to call. Okay, so I just had to throw that out there. I want you all to know you are never alone. And so if it's a struggle, please see me or someone. All right. Now I've gotten off the presenting page here. Okay, I'm past that. Okay, so obviously there's just a lot to think about. We've kind of given you a lot of information. We don't want you to miss any deadlines. We don't want you freaking out about the ACT. So there's just a lot I want you to think about, things for you to take home, talk to your family about. But in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be calling, well, all of the counselors, we will be calling every senior down one at a time to talk to you about your plans and to help answer any specific questions that you may have. So you don't need to sign up to see us because we're going to automatically call you down. And just give us a little bit of time because we each have about 100 students that we need to get through. So I promise you that in the next few weeks, that is our top priority, is getting to talk to each one of you face to face. Any questions that anyone has? Yes. Okay. Letters of recommendation, great question. So a lot of times your college application is going to ask for, 2 or 3 letters of recommendation. You want to start working on those now. So this is the time where you want to go to a coach, a teacher, a counselor, an employer, your boss, somebody that you are close with, and ask them if they would please write you a recommendation letter for college or employment. And so you do not want to go to that teacher and say, so I need this like tomorrow, okay? We need to give them at least a week's notice. So I would just start reaching out now. And it's a great thing to go on and put in your file. And that way you have it so that when you apply, your reference letters are right there and you can upload them or do what you need to for your recommendation letters. Yes, sir?
One of the things that might make it easier when you're asking for those letters of recommendation is to provide the teachers with a copy of your resume or some of the things that you've been involved in while you were at high school. I mean, we know you all, we love you all, but sometimes you run together a little bit. So if you were part of NHS, or if you volunteered outside of school, we can speak to that, but not if we don't know about it.
And that's a really great point that Mr. Oliarnik made. And for those of you that haven't met Mr. Oliarnik yet, he is our new assistant principal, so a lot of you are RO through Z sitting in here. And so he is new to North this year, and so please, say hi and introduce yourself to him. He's awesome, so we're glad to work with him. But yeah, that's a really great point. And I'll tell you right now, if a student comes to me and asks me to write a letter of recommendation for them, I always will. I'll write a letter. But you're going to get a much better letter from me if you provide me with some background of everything that you've been involved in throughout high school. Then I'm really able to write a pretty good letter. Not that it'll be bad if I don't have that, but I'll tell you, it's better if I have the information. Any other questions? But please know, I'm here if you have questions, and I will be calling all of you down, as well as Miss Peters will. I don't think any of you have Miss McGill or Miss Wilson, but we will all be calling people down within the next couple weeks, okay? So right now then, you can go on and head back to your 6th hour class. And thank you so much.